Well, here we are back in the Mittenrahm. It went for the... This is kind of the position I want it to be seen from initially. I'll be building a tunnel from there underground to come out around about here. The alternative may be to find a way up to the top of one of the pillars. Something like this, but it'll depend. But anyway, so obviously work has been done, not that you can tell from this angle. Not quite sure what the state was last time. Maybe the first 2 floors were in place. So I've basically done about a sector, or a section, as I should say. As I've mentioned before, I divide the floors into groups of 3 called sections. You can more easily see the separation here. Let's see, I'm looking at that. Should be one up there. Oops. Anyway, coming close to finishing the second one. Yeah, finally got around after months of having the idea, finally able to put in place the wheat section, I suppose. I think I was explaining it in the last video. Oh, let's go down another floor. Perhaps not, well, I say perhaps, definitely not what I had in mind. It's close. I think I envisioned that the other side would be deeper, but it can't be because of the position of the what are they called? The storage towers. God, what would you call them? I've forgotten them. It's like maintenance, not maintenance. Yeah, it's like a maintenance storage. Basically, there'd be an elevator working all the way up and down, or at least going from the midpoint to the top and the midpoint to the bottom. But either way, it's in the way for coming too far into this section. But, you know, I tried to make the most of it. Tried to cram in as much wheat as possible. Didn't go too bad. Maybe could have done with coming out a little more. It's relatively flush with the outside wall, so, you know, maybe could have stuck it out a little bit more. But I removed some stuff to give me a little bit more space. So this is perhaps closer to what I had in mind. I really should have removed these as well, but this is kind of it. As I say, it wasn't really enough for the other side, and I settled for an upper section. But you know, and then this side, there's some potatoes. I was going to put some more wheat, but I don't know. I just went with potatoes. I mean, there's going to be space for all of the crops. There's going to be another floor of crops still. Probably more wheat up there. Some, I think this is a lighting thing. I was discovering this the other day. You can't... yeah, I think it has to be like non-zero. Even that's not light enough. Strange. I'm trying to think where the light would be. Yeah, I was toying with the idea of actually coming up with a bit of lighting for this particular section, but you know, I do what I do. Oh, also library. Decided to add a library. I mean, there should be one, regardless, but at the spur of the moment decided I would convert the big tower in, I think it's the northwest sector. So yeah, there's a tower, which, yeah, that's all 3 floors. Probably going to have to open this out a little bit. The stabilizer / old thrusters / whatever the hell they are is going to be going there, so probably need to get that in place before I make a final decision about exactly where these buildings should be. But I'm making pretty solid progress. You know, I am literally halfway up now on this sphere. This is going to be less work than this was. So, I don't know, maybe in another 2 weeks I may actually be working on the upper cathedral. No, we'll see. It's early days. Well, not so much early days, but it's difficult to gauge. I'm making more progress than I expected to, at least. But I shall make this a short one, I think. Not much else to say. And get on with some work.